Hello everyone, this is British Culture Ankara Mamak branch support division, and today we are going to talk about past continuous tense. So first of all, I'm going to show you where we should use past continuous or past progressive. We use past continuous to describe an interrupted activity which continued for a period in the past, and to talk about things happening for a continuous period in the past. So I'm going to show you how we can use this tense and how an interrupted activity or a continuous activity in the past happened. First of all, to say that somebody was in the middle of doing something. If I want to show you in a better way, for example, an action was going to be done, like I was playing computer games. This means that I was doing this action, and playing computer game actually was in a period of time. For example, I started from 5 in the afternoon until 7 in the afternoon. The action took 2 hours, for example. And within these 2 hours, you can see that from 5 to 7, these 2 hours was continuous in the past. This is why we should use this kind of sentence, like I was playing computer games. So look at the example. He was playing computer games. He was playing computer games. It means that he started computer games and playing computer games from a time in the past, and it continued from one time to another time. It didn't stop at once. It had a duration. 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, sometimes some days also are possible for past continuous. So for two things happening at the same time. For example, I was playing computer games, and after that, or beside me, or at the same time, my mother also was cooking food. If I want to give you an example, for example, I was playing computer games. It had a duration in the past from one time to another time. Then my mother was cooking food. These two actions happened at the same time, and both of them had duration. Both of them were continuous. They both started from one time and finished in another time. I was playing computer maybe for 2 hours. My mother was cooking food maybe for 1 hour. But these two actions happened at the same times. Look at the example. This is with a while, which means when. He was playing computer games while she was watching TV. So here I can add something like a while my mother was cooking food. This action is actually a past continuous action, and was watching is also a past continuous action, which means both of these actions happened in the past, but with duration. They started in a specific time and finished in another specific time. So, another usage for past continuous is for things you were in the middle of doing. When another thing happened, you can bring simple past with past continuous in a sentence like this. He was watching TV when Tom arrived. He was watching TV when Tom arrived. Watching TV had duration. For example, he started watching TV from 3 in the afternoon until 4 in the afternoon. This 1 hour was the duration of watching TV for him. And at that time, during this action, another thing, a simple past, happened and finished. That didn't have duration, like when Tom arrived. He arrived and finished. So, if I want to show you on a chart like this, that will be like this. For example, if we imagine this is present time, this is past, this is future. We have nothing to do with this, so we're talking in the past. An action started in the past, for example, at 5 in the afternoon. It had a duration, continued, and finished at 7. This is where we should use past continuous in our sentences. Like I was playing computer games. My mother was cooking. So, during this action, maybe a small thing happens or happened in the past, like this. For example, Tom arrived. Tom arrived here. For example, at 6 o'clock. But from 5 to 7, I was playing computer game. During this duration, something else happened. Like Tom arrived, something fell, someone called me, anything like that. So if there is a duration in the past, from one time to another time for past continuous, then there might be something happened here, 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 or here, but that thing doesn't have duration. For example, I was watching TV. I was watching TV from here until here. It has a duration. And meanwhile, in the middle of this action, something happened and finished. Like someone came and finished. I was watching TV, my father came. Or I was watching TV, my brother called me. So for the affirmative sentence in past continuous, we use subject at the beginning of the sentence. Then we have a was and verb, which is the to be verb in past form that shows an action happened in the past and had duration. Then first form of the verb, simple form of the verb, as you can see here, V1, it means verb, first form. Verb, first shape actually, then plus an ing. This category shows that past continuous has just happened and had a duration. So as you can see, we use I with was going, you with were going, he was going, she was going, and it was going. But we, you, and they, we use them with were. We were going, you were going, and they were going. So I want to show you how to make a question with past continuous. Easily you bring to be verb of was and were to the beginning of the sentence in order to make a yes/no question. And as you can see, then we have subject and then the first form of the verb with ing form. For example, was I going? Normally it was I was going. It was you were going, but we brought was and were to the beginning of the sentence. Was he going? Was she going? Was it going? And for you, we, and they, we said were you going, or were we going, or were they going, as the question form. And for the negative form, we bring a not after was and verb. For example, I was not going. You were not going. Sometimes you can say you weren't going. I wasn't going. He was not going. She was not going. It was not going. We were not going. You were not going. And they were not going. So this is the affirmative form, negative form, and question form for past continuous. And past continuous, as I told you, is an action that happened in the past with duration from one time to another time. And there can be something else happening meanwhile, or that there can be something else that happened in the middle of this action. So that's it. If you have any question, again, you can contact us via the website, and then we will get back to you and help you with your problems. If you want to have any more exercises, again, we can help you have all those exercises and do anything you want with past continuous at home. This is British Culture, Ankara Mamak branch, support division, and thanks for joining today's lesson.